My name is Robin Rojas. Robin Alfredo Rojas. Originally, I'm from Guatemala, Livingston, Guatemala to be exact. My style of dance is bopping and animation. Bopping and animation, I've always drawn more to it mainly because it's felt always more free. Like I've loved every other style, but nothing has quite like fit my body specifically, and I felt more comfortable with than bopping and animation. I started dancing, man. God, I was just I would say honestly since I was little, but it started with like salsa, bachata, merengue, cumbia. Like it was all those Latin dances. So I started from there, and then I eventually got into hip hop. Typically, when I start out tutting, it goes from about what I would say your traditional, like I would start from a four square or I'll start from like a king tut, and I think of it as energy, and then I let it pass through me, and then as it's passing, like sometimes it can turn into a wave, sometimes I let it pass through me, and it affects me in such a way that it becomes a hit, and that hit will become like another wave, or that hit would become something like a shock wave, or it'll come back into a tut, and then within that tut I'll begin making like puzzles, mazes. Yeah. Crew means family to me. At least that's the goal. But I've been a part of such a multitude of different crews that it just some of the crews I've been a part of haven't felt that way. Like from like crunk crews to like even back when I was in high school when I tried to make my own crew, that was just a bad decision. That was just a bad decision. But crew has always meant family. That means that whether the person's there or not, like they're still with you. You perform, you train, you hit them up, you check on them, like you same you would do to any like family member. You say hi, what's up, A lot of things have happened, as in terms of like to get to where I am at. More specifically, it kind of started from an accident that happened not too long ago with me and the original like rock fan members and or FU crew. What happened? We lost a few members, and one of the members is in prison right now and is locked up. But that moment for me was life changing. It was life changing completely. Like there was a point where I wanted to give up so much on dance, and I just kind of wanted to get away from it. But in the midst of that moment, I had a small conversation with, I believe, Todd and Icon, and it kind of was like a self check for me, and I told myself I'm going to pursue it, and I made it a goal that, like, when my friend Anik comes out, that he's going to be proud that I myself might be able to offer him a job if possible, or maybe somebody else in the crew can offer him a job, like, when he gets out. But I want to be able to show him that I've made it, that in the midst of like everything that happened, even though it was tough, and even like losing Asha, that was extremely tough, but it made me want to pursue it more. I mean, even like the few weeks after that accident, like the first thing I did was go to a battle and was like, no, F it, like I need to do this. And as in terms of dance, like every time there's always been a tough situation for me, like emotionally, but even such as that, like at first I wanted to give up, and I was like, I can't do this. Like I don't even know anymore. Like the passion behind it was just completely shattered. Like I was just like I don't know if I can do this without my crew. Like it felt like empty, because that was like the moment where I was like, man, this is family. Like this is crazy. Like this is what it's like to have a family. But in that moment, like where I felt the most hurt, I just felt like I needed to let it out somehow, and like I couldn't do writing. I was like, I'm horrible at writing. I have horrible grammar, so I couldn't do that. So I was like, man, I'm gonna get my foot loose on pretty much, and I danced it out. I mean, I went back into crumping and just letting it out that way, and then eventually worked my way back into popping, and I just continued to let it mold me. I let those emotions really out. Like I created choreography, I created pieces, I created solos. I let that fuel my art a lot more, and I told myself that because of what I'm feeling, I want the goal with my dance. I want someone who might be going through that same process to understand that they're not alone.